Rain dampened a somber ceremony here in New York City. A moment of silence as a wreath was laid in Madison Square Park in honor of Veterans Day. More than 20,000 vets marched in New York's parade later in the afternoon. There are more than 17 million American veterans, but just 1% of the 16 million who served in World War II are still alive. David Martin introduces us to a survivor of the Battle of the Bulge, who's in a class all his own.
Well, I'm always glad to see another Veterans Day.
To see this Veterans Day, Herb Stern had to live to the age of 103 and survive the bloodiest American battle of World War II.
19,000 Americans killed?
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. I lost a lot due to the weather, too.
In the winter of 1944, Stern's division had just crossed into Germany when Hitler launched a last-ditch counteroffensive, which broke through the American lines, creating the bulge which gave the six-week battle its name.
I've never been so cold in my life. You couldn't see, you couldn't move, snow on the ground.
Did you have winter gear?
The Army was not prepared for this weather. We were ill-equipped. We had no bad weather boots. About halfway through the Battle of the Bulge, they issued us rubber galoshes, which didn't do much good, really.
Which was worse, the weather or the Germans?
The weather.
Hitler had caught the Americans by surprise and was aiming to get into the rear and cut off their supply lines.
How close did the Germans ever come to your position?
There was nothing but confusion. No one knew anyone else's location. I decided to walk down a road, and I walked down a couple hundred yards, and this Belgian woman was running up the road, waving, screaming, "Les Boches, les Boches."
The Germans?
Yes. And so I decided I'd better get out of there.
Stern was an artillery officer, and his unit had just been issued shells fitted with a new fuse.
This fuse would set it off automatically 20 yards above the ground. It was deadly.
What made it so devastating?
Use it against troops in foxholes. The burst came 20 yards above you, right into the foxhole. And really very little protection against the burst.
It was a savage battle neither he nor any of his fellow cadets in the West Point class of '41 could have imagined when they graduated on the eve of the greatest war in human history. 40 of them died in that war, and time has now taken the rest. Herb Stern is the last man standing.
I miss a lot of my classmates.
Yeah.
We were a very close class since we, graduated right into the war.
For CBS Saturday Morning, David Martin, Sterling, Virginia.
He's incredible.
He really is.
And we thank him.
We certainly do.
Absolutely grateful for their service.